And we are live. Hello, everybody. Harrison, of course, and Burnside, my Mr. B. And of course, we have the Ranting Monkey.
Hello.
Oh, I've been wanting to get you or Scribe on here, and now I finally got at least you on here.
I was just with Scribe. You don't want to talk to him. He's an asshole. I'm much nicer.
I don't know. You both can be assholes at times.
No, I wasn't going to point out that I'm one too.
No, I will. If anyone listens to Lords of the Night, they know you can be an asshole.
No.
Oh, did you ever watch that Brad Williams I told you about, the comedian, the midget comedian?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I had told you in months ago, like when I was staying with my brother. So, yeah, you need to watch him on YouTube. You'll love it. Oh, and my brother has joined us.
I want to say I watched that. I just don't remember what he was talking. Yeah, yes, I did. Blonde guy, right?
Yeah, usually
got a mustache.
Sometimes goatee, yes. Sometimes, and he does the whole I'm a midget. I think about normal things, not the whole. And then he runs across the stage. I'm a midget. I'm a midget. I'm a midget. I'm a midget.
Yes, I did watch that. I did.
Fucking hysterical.
Midgets are funny, and when they talk, they're even funnier.
Oh, so my brother wanted me to make sure to tell you this. It's not about a female midget, but one day I'm driving with my roommate in the passenger seat and a friend of ours in the back seat, and I'm driving on a pretty popular road to get across town and such. And the friend in the back seat goes, because there's a midget that's almost always laying out on the sidewalk, just laying there, and he just lays there. And my friend goes, Katrina, he's playing with himself.
Oh, dear God.
And we look over, sure enough, he's got his junk out and he's stroking his balls.
He's fondling it and getting the gravy, if you know what we mean.
In the street?
On the sidewalk, in full public view of everybody. He gave no shits.
Wow. I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I tried to get it on video. But even my phone was like, nope. My phone started like not focusing in or anything like that. It's like, nope, we don't want this shit on here.
Well, I'll think about it. Who in their right mind would consider, to just walk out in the middle of the street and just go, yep, I'm going to strip, I'm going to pull this bottle of Jergens out, and I'm going to knock one out all over the place. Yeah.
Never thought to do that in the middle of a street.
Yeah. Especially with all those people passing by, man. I mean, someone might, like run into a pole, and not the aforementioned one that you're trying to knock out of the park, but a light pole.
Sure.
So I did the proper thing. I did call the police.
Oh, he was just trying to have fun.
Yeah, but I could have had the kid in the car, my roommate's kid. So and school buses go by there. So, plus, I really don't want...
Would it be a normal day for them?
No,
Probably.
Actually, it wouldn't.
Well, that's public.
No, that's more likely in your neck of the woods, baby brother. You have the hillbillies.
Yeah, and yet we don't get crazy stories.
No, it's just because everybody considers it the norm there. They just decide, we're going to, report on Florida instead.
Fucking Florida, man.
Florida,
oh, wait. Am I allowed to swear on here? I got to ask that first.
Okay. Yes, you can swear all you want.
Fuck yeah. I will strip to evade the police.
Yeah, I would be disappointed there was no cursing here.
Well, I always ask because, sometimes people don't like swearing on their thing, and I tend to, do it now and then.
No, go for it.
No, Oh, no worries, man. We appreciate it though. But yeah, we swear like sailors here. We're deranged motherfuckers.
All the more reason to get our little sister here.
So
see her play
Monkey,
cards.
I gotta know, what was the thing that got you into YouTube?
It was a combination of not being able to do anything else and the desperate need I have to make my voice heard. I had been blogging, but with this neck injury of mine, typing sometimes hurts really, really bad.
Oh God, yeah, I understand that.
And I started watching YouTube, and I came across Undoomed, and my old blog, it reads very much like a script from Undoomed. I was bashing on SJWs and stuff, and I watched his video. I'm like, I wonder what it would take to do this. And I started looking up how to make videos and stuff. I'm like, oh, well, shit, that'll be so much easier than typing. And in some ways it is, and in some ways it's not. But yeah, it was just a convenience kind of thing, actually.
Makes sense.
It does and it doesn't, because sometimes just sitting up is hard enough. And like right now, I haven't made a video in a while because my hands are back to that state. It hurts so bad to use them sometimes. And
oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's life.
I'm sure my brother has been jonesing for one of your videos. He watches them at least twice.
I appreciate that. You should watch. Everybody should watch them at least 4 times.
I've only watched his videos once.
There were a couple. I swear it was the same one.
No.
One thing everybody definitely should have is get a stuffed ranting monkey shrine and pray to it 5 times a day.
I agree.
Monkey's not even my favorite YouTube channel.
Yes, it is.
I don't know how to react to that.
I mean, I watch Lords of the Night whenever it comes on. I watch the videos when I find them. But,
yeah, I think I'm going on 3, maybe 4 weeks since my last one. I have a lot of topics I want to do, but yeah, it's just getting the energy to do it where I can.
Oh, yeah. I deal with a 5-year-old all day for the most part, and summer's coming up, so fucking God.
Yeah. I don't have little but as much as I used to. That used to be a big hurdle to it too, because she was here all the time, and it's hard to do when there's a child around.
Oh yeah, and for me, it's I'm constantly battling depression, and I have to get up the energy to want to do it, and then I sew purses to try and make money to make it to the Trump rally in DC. Yeah, a liberal going to a Trump rally. This is gonna be fun.
Have you hate Trump?
The good thing is, in the off case that Lacey does show up, you'll get to eat her liver before she eats mine.
No. I'm gonna be zombie. Eat the brain.
Oh God, you'll probably get cancer from that woman. Are you sure? Brain?
No, Monkey, I don't like Trump. I don't like him at all. But I'm actually going so I can meet Burnside.
Oh, okay.
Burnside, Scooby, a few of our other Chaos 120 members, but mainly Burnside.
Oh, I feel loved.
So do you guys have like an official meetup kind of thing going on, or?
Yeah.
Cool. Yep, we've got a whole master plan for this thing, and it's going to be our annual thing that we do.
And we're actually Burnside and he's dressing up as the Joker. I'm dressing up as Harley Quinn.
Oh, cool.
And if Foster goes, he's going to be dressed up as Lex Luthor.
Yes.
Which Lex Luthor?
I'm suit.
Yeah. And let's see. We're trying to get Scooby to dress as Mr. Falcone.
You got to get somebody to dress as Robin in the classic Robin, not any good-looking Robin.
Well, see, we're trying to do the villains.
I would consider Robin a villain.
If you do
there's Red Hood.
Yeah, if you do Red Hood, that counts. Or depending on which way you want to swing it, Damian Wayne.
I'll be the Vanisher.
Oh, you're gonna come to DC? How about you pay for my ticket?
No, you don't. You haven't seen Deadpool, have you?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's a joke. Vanisher is invisible.
Who's invisible?
Vanisher.
Ah.
You've seen the new Deadpool?
Baby. Yeah, I've seen Deadpool 2.
How was it?
Pretty good. Let's see. No nudity unless you count Deadpool. Which, I mean, I have a thing for Asians, and there's a fine-ass Japanese actress in that movie. I mean, like, they show the strip club and Deadpool in the first one. They showed Deadpool in the second one, but they don't show her. Fuck. Yeah, it was really good. Building up to an X-Force movie.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, I think this was confirmed before it was released. Like, Monday Matt did a video about it.
So are you all going to the Trump event?
Just me and Burnside. I was about to ask my brother, does he want to get me early Christmas presents? And then when I come to visit, all I have to do is feed me. And give me the couch to sleep on.
I'd like to be able to get a better couch, but there's no way in hell I get it up the stairs.
Well, you could always, empty a window and hoist it up.
Oh, that would be fun to do.
Just not the window that I boarded up for you.
Yeah, no. That's actually the smaller window.
Okay. Yeah, his friend's cat put holes in his ceiling.
Oh.
And so he couldn't let his cat sleep in his room with him because he had this huge hole in the window. So I was like, well, why don't we just board it up? He goes, we can do that. I was like, yeah.
Hammer and nails, hammer and nails, hammer and nails, duct tape.
Oh boy, I got a new subscriber. Thank you, Pat.
Oh yeah, new subscriber.
Yeah, I got a question.
Pat.
I forgot to open chat. Hang on a second.
Yeah. Oh, my boy Pat, how you doing, man? Thanks for subbing, dude. Say hi to Eve and everyone else next time you get to see them.
Hang on, let me get.
And if they ask who clogged the toilet at the zoo, it was not me.
There we go. Okay. Hey, Pat, how you doing, bud? Jean-Pierre's here. Death's here. Hey, guys.
Jean.
Six is here. Hey.
Oh, Yuri. 6-2. Hey, guys. Jean, sorry about the stream yesterday. When I was over at the cop rally, I could not get any decent signal. Like, the closer I got to the water, the worse my signal got. So I had to cut that whole thing short.
Oh, yeah. Water really messes with a signal. It'll either give you signal or take it away.
Oh, I know. It sucks.
When I go fishing, the only way I get decent signal is like starting at like 9 to 11 o'clock at night, and I'm fishing next to the canal, and I get signal for about an hour, and then like 30 minutes later, I get signal again.
Yeah, it's goofy like that.
That's how I was able to talk to you on Discord while I was at the river.
I am still stuck by this train. God damn it. I'm going to wind up being late for fucking work.
Oh.
Damn, you're still sitting at that train?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for this motherfucker.
What the fuck?
That's what I said. If there weren't so many people sitting around here, and if it weren't in the hood, I'd pull some stuff out of the trunk and go, all right, screw this. I'm disconnecting one of your vehicles. or not. Train carts. Yeah, I'm going to disconnect one of your train carts and plant a little something to make it go boom, so that it starts, start sending all the other ones out of the way, so I can just drive around this fucking insanity.
Just find a dirt hill and jump over it.
Don't have any over here. I probably could find a dilapidated house that might do the trick, though.
Well, there you go.
That depends.
Hey, Monkey.
Yes.
Is Grand Monkey and Little Butt the same grandkid?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Yeah, that was always confusing for me.
That's I've always called her Little Butt since she was born. But the first time I mentioned her on stream, just needed a nickname to call her, and I called her Grand Monkey. So yeah, same person.
That's cute.
That's my girl.
Yeah, I love hearing her on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gotten. I wish I could get her on again because she's never here when we're on anymore. She's grown up so much. She talks so often. She has the best logic of anyone.
I remember you saying that you were her toy, and I was like, so you're her Slinky?
I saw that comment and I laughed my ass off because of the whole falling downstairs thing. Yeah, thank you, jackass.
That's my brother for you.
No, I really am. To her, I'm a giant toy. That's what Grandpa's for.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing Grandpa's for is if she gets scared, she comes to me because Grandpa's a lot bigger than Grandma.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it! If only I could zoom in on this one guy. He's doing it. He's climbing. He's climbing over the train carts.
Is the train stopped?
Yeah, it stopped.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
this dude just walked up to it and he just like hopped right over. He's like, "All right, yeah, I'm not waiting any longer."
Wow, your people are gutsier than mine.
What's going on?
Well, where I'm at right now, I'm technically in one of the many hoods. So
Excuse me.
the guy got ran over by the train. He could sue Canadian National or whomever for discrimination, a hate crime, and like 2 or 3 other things. And he could get Dead Bodies Matter to start protesting and doing the same thing the train's already doing right now on a daily basis for about at least 2-3 weeks straight, maybe, until the cops decide to beat the hell out of them or make them forcibly disperse.
Canadians are probably paying millions if he claims to be a Muslim.
We really don't get the radicals out here. About 5 years ago, we had one dude who he made a dirty bomb and he attempted to blow up one of the particle accelerators we have at the I believe it was the Illinois Institute, if I remember correctly. Is it IIT, I think? It was IIT or one of the other colleges, and this dude just basically parked a van that had like a dirty bomb in it, and thankfully one of the security guys was like, there's something strange about all of this Arabic writing on this obnoxiously creepy pedo-looking.
Nice.
Maybe I should, go and call a couple people to go look into this thing. And sure enough, yeah,
No, Jean-Pierre, his job is not preventing hobos from getting into boxcars. He actually supports that. It takes them out of the city.
Yeah, that actually would be fun. And not gonna lie, if there were hobos getting into the boxcars and I was doing security, I'd be like, dudes, I don't care. Just,
Not worth the paperwork.
Hide better so I can at least have an excuse.
Oh, here's a good excuse. They were invisible because they were moving very, very still.
Yeah, I normally don't have any trouble with the homeless.
You haven't seen Avengers, have you?
With the beggar signs that I have trouble with because it's like either I feel bad for them or it's like I can't stop to give you money right now because I got shit to do.
Man, what city you're in?
Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hopefully within, if things go right at more, I might be moving to Chicago because I want to get the hell out of Florida. I'm tired of everybody like, ha ha, look, this is your state.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is. Wouldn't it be funny if you moved out and suddenly Florida Man stopped?
Oh my God, and then it's Chicago Man. Nothing but fucking Chicago Man.
I'd laugh hysterically.
No, you want to know what? I'd laugh my ass off at you because I'm a transplant. You're a native.
Hey, that's fine, you know. Technically, the neighborhood I'm in, I'm also a transplant. I'm not natively from that area. Well, unless I go a few blocks down, then yes, you know. It depends on which way you throw a rock.
Okay, Chicago is like Jacksonville and Orlando. It's taken up several different fucking counties.
Yeah, because you got Cook County, which is the primary 606, and you've got some unincorporated areas that are like suburbs and other little neighborhoods. And
Yeah, that's what Gainesville's trying to turn into. That's what Jacksonville is. That's what Orlando is. That's what Miami is.
Interesting.
Because there's Miami County, and then there's there's Dade County. That's why the police are called Miami-Dade Police, because they work for both counties.
Okay.
Yeah, to the rest of us, you're all just Florida.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
So do those counties also include a 15% chance of getting shot?
Six is asking you, Burnside, do you have any anti-Macaulay spray for this year's war? Six, you should know this by now. That's me.
Okay, what's more?
Mother of all rallies.
Ah, okay.
Oh God, the train's actually moving. Holy shit.
Yeah, the mother of all rallies. It's there's going to be more, and then there's the Trump rally. The Trump rally is all weekend. More is only on the Saturday.
Yep. And I will probably wind up harvesting your sweat, honey, so that I can use it for Macaulay repellent.
I don't sweat. I glisten.
You get what I mean. I'm gonna start collecting napkins of that, and I'm going to put them in a Ziploc baggie. I'm gonna punch holes in it. I'm gonna put a few in my different pockets so that I have a nice repellent from that.
I got something else you can use.
What?
I am not saying on stream. I might actually gross out Monkey, and I know I'll gross out my brother.
Oh, I get where you're
Okay,
going.
first of all, I doubt you'll gross out Monkey.
Okay, how's this? I don't want Lady Monkey after me. I don't want her yelling at me. Do what?
Excuse me one
I get a
second,
thing that
guys.
won't happen.
You okay, Monkey?
Give me just a second here. I will be.
All right.
Poor guy's probably getting back pains and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly how that is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on, a few more feet and then this fucking train will be over with. I gotta get to work, motherfuckers.
No death, not Amy Schumer's crotch.
Oh, God, no. That would probably give me cancer.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it feels like somebody kicked the shit out of my ribs.
Oh,
I saw
right?
a dog penis today, and I wasn't really looking for it either.
I see that often. My roommate's dog, he gets a little too happy and it starts coming out.
I went to the store.
I'm like, put your lipstick away.
I went to the store and I pulled up. It's just a little gas station convenience store. And I pulled up and I get out and there's a dog sitting on the corner with its wiener just waving in the wind. And it was a pretty big dog. And I'm like, I'm not sure I want to walk past that dog.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Rapey dog. Rapey dog.
That's a rapey dog. He had his penis out for no reason. If I did that, I'd be arrested.
The luxury of being an animal. You can literally rock out with your cock out.
But luckily, right as I got to it, because it was a big dog, and I'm like, I hope that's a friendly dog. But this dude comes walking out and whistles for it, and the dog just trotted off behind him. I'm like, I want to know what that dog was thinking about while he was sitting there.
Jean-Pierre asks, Monkey, was the dog humping something?
No. He was sitting there. He apparently his owner had put him there and left him there, and while he was there, he saw something he liked.
Maybe he was thinking about the poodle over the fence at his home. Yeah.
So, Monkey, what got you into how'd you meet like Scribe, the SDA, and all them and start doing Lords of the Night?
The Lords of the Night thing. Okay, I met Scribe. I met him on stream once or twice, either Base Mama streams or Irate Bear streams. And it's the same way I met Satsu and SDA, actually. But Irate Bear back then, he pulled a whole bunch of us into this group where we would chat. And it was never like a crowd server kind of thing. We never discussed like what we were going to make videos on or anything. It was just a hi, how are you? Kind of a networking thing. Mm-hmm. And Scribe was one of them. And me and him got to talking one time. I was like, dude, I would love to stream, but I don't think I could do it because of how shitty my internet connection is. And he's like, no, you should be able to do just the regular one. And he walked me through it. And that's when we did the test stream that way too many people watched. And then literally he's mentioned this before. Like I would be like, I'm bored. And I'd hit up Scribe like, you want to stream? I'm bored. And every time I said it, he was like, sure, let's do it. So it became almost a nightly thing. We would go 2 or 3 nights sometimes without doing it. And then it grew into doing it every fucking night. And so we finally were like, you know, we should just make a time and do this for real.
Cool.
Very organic, actually.
Huh. Interesting.
Yes, Lords of the Night exists because me and Scribe are bored at the same time.
Nice. That's like with Irving Twin. That's how he went up to an after hours. He's like up, he's drinking, and he's like, guys, I'm fucking bored as hell. We should do something. And we wind up talking about different things. And he's like, we should do a stream for this. And I was like, all right, well, what do you want to do?
Yeah, and sometimes he's just like, I'm too drunk to start a stream. And usually Burnside's at work and Scooby's already gone to bed. And, you know, so now it's like, okay, either me or Irving will start the stream.
If you want to do the stream, you can always invite me.
I know that, baby brother. Chunky Monkey.
Yeah. With ours, I mean, me and Scribe, we'd actually done a couple of streams together, and we talked so much on those streams. I felt bad for the other people involved because they weren't our streams.
Yeah,
we just hit it off really well. And on one of them, we started talking about movies, and we spent like 2 hours just over talking everybody about movies. And so, it just became it was a natural fit for the two of us to chat. And
I am going to kill the fucking conductor of this train. Oh, god damn it. I wish I had a gun. Mother assholes literally just stopped this fucking thing after they moved it maybe like 100 or so feet. You gotta be fucking me. Oh, god.
It'd be too hard to find one in Chicago.
Oh.
Let's see who I have in the chat. I have Puppy Hater, Death Hyrukin, scroll. Jean-Pierre, my baby brother, which, by the way, Monkey, he has a nickname he's had since he was a baby, which is Chunky Monkey.
Aw.
My baby sister's is Butterball.
I think I'd rather be Chunky Monkey.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Who else? We have.
There's another nickname we have for our little sister.
Yeah, we have the Bible thumping bitch.
Oh.
We have your boy Pat. Seeing if anyone else has joined the chat.
Oh, god damn it.
And
I feel bad
Seamus Derby.
I feel like I'm not a good guest because I never know what to say.
I have that same issue when I'm on a stream. That's why I don't say much.
Well, we'll ask you random questions, or
we'll just bullshit for a little bit. I'm doing this until about 6:30
Okay.
Because after this I have to go down the block and help my neighbor's kid with a science project. He's had this project for 2 fucking weeks and didn't tell anyone.
Well, that's what kids do.
Oh no. This is what he said to the teacher. I'm too smart and I make too good of grades. I'm not doing this project. So the teacher called his mother and his mom's like, he'll have it in on Monday. So I was told this the other night and I was like, oh, now I'm making it worse for him. She's like, how? I was like, you know those index cards I got for him to put the, information on the board? She goes, yeah. I was like, now he has to write it out twice. Once for the board, once for him to read from. And he has to handwrite it. It's not going to be printed.
Oh, shit. That's good. God, I swear, if they stop this train again, I'm going to... I might be able to grab a brick or something. I don't know.
Death Hyrukin is asking who would win a fight, Bearing and Irate Bear versus Onionson and Vegan Games.
Thank you, Terra.
Wait,
who are the 2 combatants again?
That little dude?
Going against Bearing and Irate Bear.
Oh, Bearing and Irate Bear easily. Because Onision has like sculpted his body. He's got that I'm a gay porn actor thing going on. But he doesn't see. There's a difference between fighting and being built.
Yeah.
Right.
You can be the buffest guy in the world, and if you can't throw a punch, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Vegan Gains is already back down from several actual fights that people have offered him because he's a. Never mind. He's a lettuce sucking pussy. But yeah, Bearing and you're talking about a Canadian and an Onision versus an Aussie and a Brit. Yeah, my money's on the Aussie and the Brit.
Definitely, I agree with you because the Aussie, yeah, he's got actual military training. He'll rip a motherfucker in half and not care.
And I have another new subscriber, Lion Patriot.
Oh yeah!
I'm not familiar with that name, but hi.
Yeah, I can imagine Lord Bear just taunting vegans all the way through the fight.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Bear's a brawler.
Oh, thank God.
Navy?
Train is finally over with. Oh, Christ. Get me out of the fucking ghetto before I shoot
Monkey,
someone.
I gotta know, how did you meet Lady Monkey?
My ex-girlfriend introduced us.
That's weird.
When we were in high school, I was dating this girl, and we were leaving the school one day, and we passed the band room right as Lady Monkey came out, and my girlfriend said, "Oh, wait, you got to meet her." And I said hi, and I didn't even much pay attention to her. And she said when she first met me, she thought I was an arrogant dick, which she's not wrong about. But her and another friend started sitting with me and my girlfriend at lunch every day. And I was mesmerized by her. She has these big, beautiful eyes. And I kept flirting with her, like blatantly in front of my girlfriend. And
ouch.
Yeah, well, I'm a big flirt anyway, so that's not that unusual. But I kind of went overboard. But it worked. I mean, she's still here. But yeah, my ex-girlfriend introduced us.
And I gotta know, how did the torture of the monkey start? The nipple twisting.
That's that is Scribe's fault. True story. As a joke, somebody asked what, because I hope you guys know, you don't touch my ass. You just don't. The only time I touch it is for hygiene purposes, and that's the only time it's touched. And somebody asked,
so you're not a touch me person. Duly noted.
You do not touch my butt ever. And Scribe, one night, somebody had asked what it would take to have Lady Monkey slap my ass on stream. And before I could say that's not happening, Scribe says $200. And I went, I was like, you know what? If somebody pays me a one-time $200, yeah, I'll let her smack my ass. And so that happened. I never thought it would.
That's funny.
And we're like, okay, guys, no, we don't touch the butt. And Scribbles came up with the
internet.
Scribe's like, you know what? We could do other things. They could pay you to like pinch your nipples. And I'm like, how much? Yeah. Scribe came up with both of those actually.
Who would have thought that would become ludicrous when it happens?
Because I feel so sorry for you when I've heard the whole nipple thing, because that's because you've never had your like that. I could do that to you next time I come and visit.
No.
I will sit on you and twist your nipples until they pop off.
The first couple don't hurt. It's like, oh, ow, that's like a pinch feeling, and then by like the 10th one's like, hey, please don't. And she, it's weird because I've said this on those streams if you've listened to them. It's almost like she's scared to do it, so she'll like reach in real fast and pinch, and she misses, so she'll like just pinch my boob instead. And like, but she still pinches really hard, and occasionally when she does that, she will make contact, and she pulls back while she's still holding it. And it's like, honey, I'm not going anywhere. Just be deliberate about it, and it would hurt so much less. But yeah, she takes a little bit too much joy in it, I think.
I just realized this entire time I was presenting Burnside.
Oh!
And that's because when normally I'm talking to him, I have him pulled up so I can see his face.
For you, but I regrettably did not have a good shot of that train due to the SUV being in front of me.
See his face or see his mask?
See his face.
Yeah, I'm driving. I don't have the mask on. I don't want any of the police pulling me over and going, "The fuck you doing?"
Oh, I thought she was talking about your thumbnail, your icon.
No. Usually when it's just me and him, he drops the avatar.
Understandable.
Yeah, but I do like the avatar. I mean, I made this thing myself. I make
what
all
kind
my
of hat
own.
is that? Is that kind of like the Waffle House hat?
No.
No, it's the hat's actually a replica from the Spanish Civil War.
And he's wearing it right now.
Yes, I am.
You say you were on your way to work?
I'm on my way home so I can get ready for work. I got downright plastered last night, and
were you just leaving the techie's house?
I left there about 2. We had lunch about 2:30-ish. Got out of there at almost 3. Got into the hood around almost about roughly 10-20 minutes into the call I started with you.
Okay.
And then after that, I just waited for that fucking train to move. And now the thing finally moved out of the way. So now I'm home. So I'm going to go, I might, depending on if anyone's home or not, I might mute myself for a few minutes just so I can go brush my teeth and shit. Because, yeah, fuck. I swear.
Oh, and Burnside, I talked to my friend that is a professional makeup artist. And she said to forget about cosmetics and drugstore stuff for the Joker Foundation. Go straight up costume paint.
Costume paint?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So she told me 2 brands, and I'm going to compare prices via Amazon as compared to a place here in town. Because I'm going to need it, too, to do the actual decent Harley Quinn.
Right.
Only I'm probably going to end up looking more like a geisha Harley Quinn. At least makeup
That
wise.
That sounds interesting, actually.
I do have a geisha costume, or a pattern to make, but I don't have the time or the fabric.
You know, if you did that, that actually might match with my colors, since my colors.
You're starting to break up, love. Jump here says, I want Monkey to punch a wall. And then he asked me which version of Harley Quinn.
Last time Monkey punched the wall, he broke his hand.
Why punch a wall?
No, we
I
don't.
was mad at Lady Monkey. Me and her were arguing. This was when we were much younger.
Was it a concrete brick wall, or did you end up hitting the stud?
I hit the stud.
Oh, shit. That hurts, too. I've done it.
And I broke 3 bones in my hand, and yeah, I don't punch walls anymore.
Baby brother, Death is talking to you.
Oh, I
that is
noticed.
A weird sentence.
Jean-Pierre, I am not doing the 90s Harley Quinn nor the Suicide Harley Quinn. I am doing my Harley Quinn. I have a pair of what I call hooker boots. And I have a mini skirt. I'm going to get, I already have Spanx. I'm going to get some fishnet stockings. And I have a top, and I have some red satin so I can put the club, the heart, the diamond, and the spade on my skirt. And then I think I was given some black satin too, and I might put a heart and star on the boobs, kind of like the more modern Harley Quinn. But I'm going to be wearing a spaghetti strap, red velour top. I thought about going corset-wise, but I just don't have the money. Yes, Jean-Pierre, it will look nice.
Whose idea was it to dress up like Batman villains?
Mine. What it started out is I got myself onto Chaos 120. And my brother was in the chat, and he kept telling them, you know, you got to hear her Harlequin impersonation, because I was playing DC Universe Online, and of course I'm playing where my mentor is like the Joker, and he's telling me to do stuff, and I'm sitting there going, "You got it, Mr. J. Anything for you, Puddin'." And so I was asked to do it on Chaos 120, and I did. And so I ended up getting marked as Harley.
Huh.
Well, you know, I was flirting with Scooby until I found out he was married, and I was like, "Oh, nope, not doing that." And you know, next person I had been attracted to was Burnside. So I was picking on him one night after stream, and I'm doing the Harlequin voice, and I'm like, "How you doing, Mr. B? Would you like a back rub, Mr. B?" And, you know, stuff like that. And he was like, "Oh my God, I wish you didn't live in Florida. I'd so date you. You're Harley Quinn." And so I decided one night, okay, Burnside's the Joker, because Scooby's Italian and he lives in New York. He's Mr. Falcone. The only one in our group that is not a villain is Six. Six is Commissioner Gordon. I decided he was going to be Commissioner Gordon because he just doesn't seem to have a dark bone in his body.
Irving can be the Fly.
No, Irving is the Riddler. Irving is the Riddler. Diogenes is Poison Ivy.
What was Diogenes?
He's someone that sometimes comes on. We have Irate Prostate. He's the Penguin. We have Cass Warfox. I found out there was actually like a fox type of character in the DC world, so he was like Catboy. But no, he's now the Fox character. And, you know, I actually went through all the different DC villains and looked at their little bios to figure out who fit what. Burnside's roommate, Nightcrow, he's the Scarecrow.
How long has Chaos 120 been going on now?
They've I think they've been going on for about 6 months or so. Because I think they were going for like 3 months before I joined in, and mine was just I was just picking on Scooby and whoever the night before in the chat, saying, you know, you have too many dicks in your panel. You need some titties in there.
Sausage
like
Fest, yes.
Yes, and so it was Scooby's night hosting, and he's like, "Are you offering Terra?" And I was like, "I wouldn't have said anything if I wasn't." And he threw me a link, and it's been this way since.
I'm curious how other things start too.
Oh, 6 says closer to 8 and change on how long they've been doing it. I was close, 6. I was close.
I have no concept of time anymore.
I really don't either, because I'm fighting for disability, so I don't work.
Yeah, I've been off work now for more than 2 years. So people are like, it's the weekend. I'm like, well, no, that means nothing to me.
Every day's the weekend to us. Yeah. Well, except me. It depends on my roommate's work schedule, because her license got suspended.
Oh, so you're the driver.
Yep.
At least you have friends in town.
Yes, I have friends in town. One of them called me today asking me to go pick up a sewing machine for her. I'm like, I can't. I already had plans. and we've had to push off this stream for 2 weeks now, and I wasn't missing it. I was told by Wafu Hunter that we're up against Jean-Pierre, or not Jean-Pierre, I'm sorry, Medicare, because he has a stream.
Medicare, I'm funnier than him.
Yeah. I've never watched him, so I wouldn't know. I really don't watch that much YouTube unless it has to do with making really kick-ass cakes, sewing,
I actually like
cosplay, making wigs. It has to be something, that teaches me how to do something.
I lately been watching a lot of debates. I like more of the drama stuff. It makes me laugh.
Then did you watch the one with Weibo and that Amos Yee?
No.
Oh my God! It was stupid.
I don't give Amos.
I just saw one little snippet, and I was like, "Oh, it's over."
I don't give that weird little pedo any of my time. I understand why some people do. I just, not for me. I would rather watch really stupid drama than that shit.
No, I watched one little snippet that he had posted on his YouTube, because we were discussing it last night. And so, Weibo was having a hard time getting it to share, so I just went ahead and muted myself and listened to the little snippet, and I was like, oh my God, this guy's an idiot. He needs to be, like, killed.
Oh, Amos?
Yeah. Amos Yee, yeah.
Yeah.
Amos Yee, no, he did the rounds 3 or 4 months ago. I saw all I needed to see from that little moron.
Yeah, no.
May I ask what's the matter with you?
Oh, for my disability? Oh, yeah. All sorts of things.
She has brain damage.
Yeah, I do, actually, from my head being slammed into walls.
Oh.
Yeah, I have what's known as pseudobarba effect. It's from brain damage over time. And pretty much my head injury started from when I was real little all the way up. When I was a kid, I was running around this big oak tree, and I tripped on one of the roots, and instead of falling forward and busting my face, I fell backwards and cracked my skull.
Oh, damn.
Another time I climbed a tree to get my kitten out of the tree, and the branch broke in my head, played pachinko all the way down. In middle school, kids would slam my head into walls to watch me have a seizure.
Well, that's...
And then my ex-husband was abusive. Every type of abuse think of a word, add the word abuse, and he did it.
Damn.
I have pseudobarba effect. I have PTSD. I have bipolar, anxiety, massive depression, the bipolar depression, epilepsy. Let's see, 3 bulging discs in my back. I have a very mild form of agoraphobia. If I don't have to leave the house, I fucking won't.
Oh, agoraphobia is fear of the outside, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I can go outside. I like the outside, but for me, the most I want to go outside is like on the porch to have a cigarette and come back in.
I like being home, but I'm not agoraphobic.
I mean, like today, I went to the Waldo Flea Market. Yesterday, I did a Pokemon event. That's probably the most, other than driving people to and from places, I will go outside.
Oh, you did the Charmander event?
Yes, I did the Charmander event. I got the shiny Charizard, and I got the regular Charizard.
It was too damn hot for me to go outside yesterday.
Oh, poor
So
thing.
you're talking Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon Go.
That game pissed me off.
Well, see, for me, it gets me out and active because I've been put on a diabetic diet of 1,800 calories.
Okay.
And that's because my doctor felt that I had gained weight too fast. But I did explain I was in Alabama. My brother had no heat, so my body went into hibernate mode. So
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just imagine you put on some weight. I went to Alabama. Oh, gotcha. No explanation needed.
Pretty much, she actually understood it.
I've been to Alabama once. I understand.
So
yeah, I've heard some strange stories about Alabama. Like some people from out of state have a visit here, and were surprised to find paved roads and electricity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when we were driving through, we actually found this one road called Lick Skillet. Because we took the back roads to get back into Alabama.
Aren't all the roads in Alabama back roads?
No, actually, they're not, surprisingly.
I mean, yeah.
There's actually some sections of where he lives in Alabama that you have to take the interstate to get to the other side of town.
Oh.
Yeah.
Seems cosmopolitan for Alabama.
It's
Anybody
not quite
here's from
Birmingham,
Alabama,
but it's close. Let's see. Trying to think of but I'm pretty much going for the mental. I've been told flat out, the physical, even though I can't really sit or stand for longer than 15 to 20 minutes at a time. And I've had jobs where you're supposed to sit. And, because I was a telemarketer, I was a political telemarketer. I would call you and ask you political surveys. Yes, I'm the one that you would cuss out and hang up on.
Oh, I never cussed out those people. I just hung up on them.
And that's why we keep calling back. Literally, I'm gonna give everyone here a hint that does not like having telemarketers call. Let it go to your voicemail, and in that voicemail, have it say, "Put me on your do not call list." And legally, they have to put you on their do not call list.
You could try this. To talk to a customer, press 1.
No,
I don't mind all telemarketers. I remember when the whole no call list first came about. I had friends who were just like, "I'm going to get on. Those people suck. They call me at dinner time." Like, you can hang up. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, also, when we're calling at dinner time, it's probably your dinner time.
Yeah.
But it's probably like 4 p.m. for us. I was in Florida making calls to fucking Alaska at midnight when it's like 6 p.m. there.
These people, it always amazed me how I knew these people. I knew how they wasted their time, but man, That 10 seconds it took to tell a telemarketer no thank you, that was like the most important part of their day. They called during dinner. Like, you don't even sit down to dinner, bitch. You eat out of a bag on your way to work. Shut up. And, but yeah, this was like such a huge deal. And it's like, look, these are people, they have a job. Why are you such an ass about it?
I mean,
just my opinion.
When I was a telemarketer, I had to get off the call 2 different times and go outside and just calm the fuck down. One time, I just snapped. I had a customer just scream into the phone, "Fuck you!" And I just broke down. I started crying. So I logged out of everything, went outside, had a cigarette, took a breather, and my floor manager's floor soup's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I am now." He's like, "Have another cigarette, then come back in." The second time was something similar. Only this person was doing a survey on me, asking me if I shaved my crotch. I was like, "Sir, that is not a polite question to ask. I'm asking you simple, it takes no more than 3 minutes to do this survey." Literally, it was 3 pages, maybe a minute per one, depending on how long they took. And he's asking me these rude questions, and so I set it for him to be called back. Because he wanted to be that way. Okay, we're going to have someone else call you in like 5 minutes.
Nice. Yeah, I just don't, I never understood the hatred towards telemarketers. I just always looked at it as a job. Like, if somebody's doing a job, let them do their fuck. You don't even have to talk to them. Just hang up if you want to, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. But it will take like a week to get off their call list. Your best bet is just, honestly, fill out the survey or, tell them, put me on your do not call list. And depending on the place, it'll either take 24 hours to a week to get you off their calling list. Where I was working, they had some old antiquated systems, so it took about a week. Because all our numbers were computer generated.
How long did you do that?
Off and on, about a year.
Oh, okay.
Because I always ended up going, because for a while I would work during the day doing appointments and calls for David's Bridal.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know.
And then usually during the political seasons, they would call me up and be like, "Hey, we need somebody." And they knew I knew how to do my job. I actually ended up getting put on a do not hire backlist because I had to quit because I couldn't afford the gas from where I was living to my job.
Oh, yeah.
And, and so I was put down as do not hire, and I went in there to reapply, and the person that put me on the do not hire wasn't working that anymore. So, I talked to the woman that hired me the very first time, and she's like, "You're good." She's like, you have to do the little orientation thing, but you're good. She's like, I know you know what you're doing. So for the most part, when I would be doodling in between calls, or I end up making up like a code thing to go with the letters of the alphabet. I literally had like a folder full of like a journal of what was going on, all in code, and I could read it. But they quit bothering me. I used to color during that until they were like, "You're missing calls." No, I'm not. I'm seriously not. It's not my fault that I hear it ring, hear it pick up, I say hello, and it clicks off. Hey, Scooby.
Hey, what's happening?
Not too much.
What's going on, everybody?
You were late.
Yeah, I know. He wanted to go for his long walk. He's a pain in the ass, but I cut it in half. He usually goes for a few miles. So.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got about another half hour left.
Okay.
How you doing, Scooby?
And then
I'm good. How you doing, Cal?
Oh man.
Okay.
living the dream. But I do need I need to step away from the computer for just a second.
Go for it, Monkey. Do what you need to do.
I could lie to you, but the truth is I didn't roll enough cigarettes, so I'll be right back.
I gave up tobacco years ago myself.
Once veteran sends me the e-juice, I'm not buying any more cigarettes. I'll just have to buy some coils.
I was a cigar smoker.
Oh, I love cigars. That's
Yeah.
one thing, you know, I'll continue to do even now is on occasion smoke a cigar. But usually it's a few puffs and then I put it out. You know, if I feel like I need it, I light it up again. But I'm kind of like Will Smith. I do it for the look. I just bite it. I don't light it.
I can't smoke them anymore. Too many of my back teeth are missing and front tooth. So I'm just afraid that it's gonna do a lot of damage to my teeth. So I'd rather not screw with them.
Yeah,
I can understand
waitress.
that.
I'm sorry?
You're roboting.
Am I? Oh.
Yeah.
All right, let me hop in and out.
You sound like you're transforming.
All right, hold on a sec.
Give me just a moment. I got a phone call.
Okay, sorry about that.
Give me a moment. I'm getting a phone call.
All right, is that better?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, Monkey, how you been, bro?
Oh, I've been good. Got to spend some time with the grandchild the other day, which I haven't done in a long time. She's going to preschool and stuff now, so I don't get to see her very often. But she was what I call grandpa centric that day, and so I had nothing but love from the little one. And no matter how bad I feel, that always makes me feel better.
That's cool. That's cool. You're pretty young for a grandpa, ain't you?
43, yeah.
Yeah.
If you do the math, I'll do it for you. I had my first child when I was 17.
Yeah, same with my ex. She's a grandma now too.
Yeah, so my daughter, let's see, she was 22 when she had little butt, so she did it right. But me and her grandma, we we started young.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's actually kind of messed up. I went out to a bar in the neighborhood a couple of months ago, and this girl came up to me and started talking to me. It turned out I used to date her mother.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awkward.
Okay, so I am the doublemint twin right now.
Awesomeness. It's
because Katrina has to be picked up from work, and there's a ton of cops out, and everyone else doesn't have a fucking driver's license.
yeah, I'm gonna really enjoy when I move down to your state. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, are you moving down there?
Oh yeah, eventually I'd like to move down there. Every New Yorker eventually goes down to Jesus's waiting room.
Fair enough.
You know, it's funny. I'm probably going to be a minority down there. I'm probably going to be one of the only Sicilians that's not getting moved down there by the FBI.
Jesus, I love you, Scooby.
Thanks, bro. I have to have a good sense of humor about it. You know, it's one of those things I've been hearing my whole life, so I just shrug and roll with it. You know, it's something to make
That's
a joke
all you
about.
can do.
Yeah. Well, you got no idea. It's funny because whenever I would work places, people would, they'd start coming up to me. They're like, Puerto Rican? No. Cubano? No. Siciliano? Mafioso? No. It's cool, man. It's cool. Like when I was working with the day laborers, they would, because I look Cuban to them because of my complexion and the eye color throws them. So then, like, I start talking to them and I explain to them, no. It's my father's Sicilian. I'm American, bro. I like Taco Bell and White Castle. I'm not into the old
That's
country.
American. I like Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, nothing more American than that.
I have a very good friend of mine I used to work with. She looks Mexican, but she's like full-blooded Sicilian, and she gets so pissed off at people making Mexican jokes. And I didn't know this until she told me. So I spent the rest of the time working with her, making Mexican jokes at her. But for those of us who haven't grown up around that, I would have thought she was Mexican just by skin complexion. Y'all look Mexican. I'm just throwing that out there.
No, it's all good. You want to know what's fucked up though? It's weird. Let me show you really quick. Hold on.
Holy
I don't
shit,
know.
the cops are.
Yeah, they're acting for us, aren't they? It's because they know that you're out. They're listening to the broadcast. So, for whatever reason, I don't know where I got it from. Let me show you. My eyes are the same color as those vampires from Twilight. I have no idea how the fuck I got eyes this color. But whenever I go to when I was going to the mall, you know, because I'd have to go buy shit for my nieces, because, you know, like holidays and whatever, I'd have like these packs of little girls coming up and following me around. And I was like a little unnerved by like, what the fuck are these girls doing? And so I asked, eventually, like, you know, I had one of these, you know, awkward looking teenagers, and I asked them behind the counter, I'm like, excuse me, what is going on? And she goes, what? And so I explained to her, I'm like, I got these, you know, all these girls in the store keep staring at me. She's like, they're looking at your contacts. I go, I'm not wearing contacts. And so she starts freaking out. She tells me I look like somebody named Jacob. I'm like, who the fuck is Jacob? And so she explains to me, it's, I guess you probably know, it's the kid with the funky hair. He was with that anorexic broad. No, he was with the anorexic broad, the one that eventually becomes a vampire. I don't know what her name is.
That was Edward.
Yeah, that's it, Edward. I don't know, Edward, Jacob.
Edward's the vampire. Jacob's the werewolf.
Oh, I don't care. Oh yeah, that's the werewolf. That was that good looking boy. He looks like one of my nephews, actually. Yeah. But yeah, they were coming up to me in the mall and shit. They're like, oh, you look like, you know, and I told my wife, and she thought this was funny.
It is a little funny.
No, it's not funny.
That's kind of fun.
No,
Yes, it is.
It's not funny. It's actually fucking hysterical that a bunch of little teenagers want to fuck with you. That's fucking hysterically awesome.
I don't like that stuff, man. I got a problem with attention. I don't like it. You know? That's the thing. It's just always like when I was a kid, I had a lot of problems with like my older brother and a lot of my sister's boyfriends, because I was getting shown a lot of love, and it was fucked up. It was like a form of abuse. Like when no one was looking, they tell me shit. You know, like they tell me, you know, they don't like you. You know, no one likes you. That's all. Yeah. So
that's a dickish thing to do.
Yeah. I was telling Terra too. When I went to school, like for years, all through high school and up until like I was in college, I was under the impression that I wasn't good looking. You know, I was under the impression I was hideous. And what it was, I had found out, you know, when I had met my wife, because my wife's a bit ballsy. She flat out told me, she's like, look, your friends are disgusting looking. No one wants to fuck them. That's the reason that they're telling you that you're horrible looking. They would tell me that, like, you know, whenever I would talk to a girl, they'd tell me all these lies. But I don't actually have any friends left, basically, is what I'm driving at after, you know, finding out a lot of this shit. But for years, you know, my friends, because I'm trusting. So they'd abuse that trust. And I was convinced I was just this big Shrek-looking freak. So.
No, you're not.
I don't like attention because of it. You know, I have like a bit of a complex about attention. So.
Yeah, I make him blush a lot.
Yeah.
You're a snazzy looking man.
Yeah, you are.
Mask.
Thanks. It's all good. Before I forget, because I know you said you had a half hour and you're pressed for time. I did promise you I was going to do it with 6 earlier, but since 6 had to cancel because, you know, Irv had to cancel and everyone canceled apparently. I have that review for you. I could do it off the cuff. I went to see Deadpool 2 earlier today. Yeah.
If nobody wants spoilers, let us know now.
Spoilers. I don't give spoilers. I used to do this for a newspaper. I know how to not give spoilers. Believe me. It was very good, very well written, very vulgar. Very adult, very graphic, very funny. It's guaranteed to offend SJWs because what they did was they took the SJW trend and they put little pieces of SJW shit in here, but specifically, they wiped their ass with it.
Okay, now I might actually
Nice.
break down and give those people money so I can watch it.
Seriously,
Oh,
that's
I'm gonna kill.
Now, better or worse than the original?
Terra asked me the exact same thing, and I'd have to say on par.
Oh, cool. I can live with that.
Yeah,
They-
and the
they
very least, it's
complement
just
each
as
other.
good.
Yeah, it complements the first one. Seriously, I'd like to say there's no comparison between the two because they don't recycle jokes. And now you're gonna say if when you see the movie, some people might say to me, "Well, what do you mean that nothing is a recycled joke? It's Deadpool." Um, Anything that any humor that they've established in the other movie,
Mhm.
of course they'll build on it, but the humor is fresh, is what I'm saying. If you follow everything up, it's very well done. It's a very good sequel. You have to see the first one to see the second one.
Yeah.
It's very very well written. As a writer, I can say I enjoyed it thoroughly. It's probably one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Um, very entertaining. I can't get over actually. I'm thinking about it. It was a very good plot. I'm shocked actually because if we're talking about Deadpool, you wouldn't think that this actually was going to be a good movie. But when I say good, obviously entertaining, but I just mean actually concise, well written, thought out, no plot holes, no loose threads. I can't really say that about a lot of movies that have come out in even the past 5 years. So it's actually pretty amazing to me. But it was really good, and I'd suggest if you want to go see it, definitely go see it. Any kids under 18, I'd say leave home. Seriously.
I'm not sure because I love the first movie, but I didn't see it till it came out on video. I probably will do the same with this one. Just because we don't go to the movies very often, and we were just out for.
Might want to avoid the internet then.
I don't mind spoilers. If there's a movie that like Scribe has seen that I haven't yet, usually what you guys miss right after or right before stream is him telling me about that movie, and I don't care about spoilers.
Okay.
I
Batman dies in Deadpool 2.
I've never understood
Good.
the whole thing about spoilers. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie, and if the only thing that makes it good is there's one twist, that's not really a good movie. That's a good twist.
Well, let me ask you this: how big of a fanboy are you?
I'm not. That's one of the
That's
reasons I
why.
can enjoy Deadpool.
Yeah. I don't want to. I'm a fan. I'm not a fanboy. The reason is I'm 39 years old. I'm a little bit too long in the tooth to be acting like a lunatic over imaginary things.
I hear a butt coming.
But I do have a problem
However,
I have a real problem when they do certain things with certain movies, when they change certain things. Biggest problem I've had probably in the past 10 years or so with one of these movies would be, I think, Spider-Man 2, the one where he fights Dr. Octopus.
oh yeah,
I've lived in New York my entire life. We don't have an elevated train in Manhattan. It just doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea how many people walked out of the theaters in New York when that was playing and that scene happened. Like, people actually took it like personal. Like it was like an affront to them.
But the thing is in the comic books, New York does have that. It's part of the comic book story.
No, in the comic book, they usually have. Well, Peter Parker lives over in Forest Hills, so he most likely is over by the Forest Hill Station. So we have L trains in the outer boroughs. I actually live. I can. If I don't want to dox myself because I know that some of these kids nowadays, if they see like a windsock and which way it's blowing, they can find out where your grandmother lives. So I don't want to go outside and show the view, but you can basically see the train from my house. and it's an L train. My boy actually lives under the train, and it's funny. Whenever we're in his living room, like we'll be talking, and we have to stop the conversation and grab all the dishes and shit because they start to rattle. You know, it's funny because I tell him I every time I go over his house, I'm like, "Yo, Powder, what's up, bro? Are Jake and Elwood sleeping upstairs in the attic?" You know, because it's like that by his house. Like you look out his attic window and you see the train, just like in the Blues Brothers. It's like, go fuck yourself, Scooby. Point is, though, the thing in Spider-Man that bothered me about that movie. There's little things that they do, and you know, as a fan, that bothers me. But I'm not like one of these fucking fanatics. Like what was the thing? One of the things that they had brought up a few years ago, and it bothered me. You know, they had a problem with it. They were talking about Jamie Foxx when he played Electro, and my whole thing. My thing was, okay, well, Scoob, you don't have a problem with that? I go, he had just won a couple of Academy Awards, too. I'm like, yeah, he's an Academy Award winner, and he's playing a super villain. Why would I have a problem with that? Well, he's black. I go, oh, he is? Okay. Oh, so that don't bother you? Again, why would that bother me? You know, I never understood, like, I couldn't wrap my head around it. But then, you know, like when Thor came out, and they had Idris Elba playing Heimdall, that bothered the shit out of me because, you know, now you're getting into social engineering. It's the same as having John Wayne play Genghis Khan. You know, I don't like that shit. That, you know, and people will tell me there's no difference. I said, no, you're conflating two different things. You know, one is an interchangeable role, and one is something that's a historical figure. You can't just, you know, change that if you want historical accuracy. It's nothing wrong with it. I found his performance to be excellent. But it's just historical inaccuracy. And it's one of those things that annoyed me. But hands down, biggest pet peeve, and I want actually to bring this up to ask you guys your opinion. Captain America, the first Avenger. I hated that they were speaking English.
The Nazis, yeah.
Yes, that drove me nuts.
I get why they do it.
I
understand too.
They should have had them.
Are you talking when they're alone with other Germans?
Yes, they were.
Well, the way I see it is they're actually speaking German is basically just translated for you verbally.
Oh no, I know that. I'm aware of, like, you know, it's without breaking the fourth wall. I know exactly why they do it, but to me, it's just lazy filmmaking.
Well, also, because Hitler was having Nazis go in, you know, into British and American forces. A lot of the rules is if you were one of those that was chosen to like infiltrate, you were to speak English the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had to think in English.
Yeah, the SS had a whole bunch of spies that infiltrated England. The only thing was the British spies were a hell of a lot better than the SS spies. And there were actually a few cases where the Wehrmacht would actually get U.S. Military uniforms, and they dress up their own soldiers as U.S. soldiers, and they'd actually infiltrate the U.S. Army. And the irony was it became a problem with the U.S. Army because they're like, hold on, you know, there's something wrong. We've got too many troops here. Well, what do you mean we got too many troops? Guys come from, and why are they always retreating and stuff? You know, and what wound up happening is they actually wound up having firing squad executions because they kept catching these guys that were doing this.
Remind me, you just made me think of it. Remind me, if you do wind up coming out here this summer, remind me to show you the beach I used to work at. A Nazi U-boat landed there during the war. You'd get a real kick out of it.
Gilgo?
Yeah.
Oh, so Monkey.
Will do.
I have a question. You sound a lot real young, like 30s.
Well, thank you.
So I'm wondering, did you like get married in your teens and then, you know,
I was married at 18. By then we already had our first child. Yeah. For the record, my voice has sounded like this since I was 16, though.
Damn.
Yeah, so my baby brother still sounds like he just hit puberty and he's 26.
Yeah, there's a funny story like that. When I played Halo 4, I'd often get invited to these clans, but they usually wanted mature members, like at least 14. I had to somehow prove to them I was over 14 years old. And this is when I was at least 18. They carried on to
you sound kind of young.
Yeah, I look like it too, because I
Yeah,
look like I'm still a teenager.
That's a good thing. Embrace that. Trust me, embrace that.
Yeah, but it's a double-edged sword when jailbait start asking me out. And I do not relate very well.
Just wear a shirt that says I'm over 18.
Oh boy.
You know, it's funny, on the other side of that coin, when I was younger, I've been 6'2" since I'm 12 years old. So when I was a kid, I used to get into fights when I was like 12, 13 years old with high schoolers because they thought I was from a different town because they didn't recognize me. I didn't go to the high school. So, you know, that was just, I grew up in one of those sorts of neighborhoods, you know, where if you came into this town and you weren't from the neighborhood, they'd beat the bejesus out of you.
Sure.
So I used to get into brawls with like 17 and 18-year-old kids when I was like 12, 13 years old. And yeah, I had a fun childhood. If we had more time and like the stream was like a real like slow turd of a stream, I'd probably dominate it and tell you my life story. But let's just say it was interesting.
Yeah, I've been 6 foot since I was 12 or 13ish, but I have a baby face. And
same with me. That's what made it worse.
18, 19, I still looked young until I started wearing facial hair. And then I immediately, facial hair puts like 10 years on me, except for now it puts like 40 years on me. It's my whole face is going white.
Yeah, that sucks. I know, I'm getting that too.
So yeah, I'm either gonna have to shave and go with a baby face or look like I'm 60.
Why don't you just dye your beard?
Because I'm a man.
That was my daddy, but he still dyed his beard, but he did it for work.
Oh, see,
actually.
I actually don't dye any of my hair. Here's the thing. I might look in the mirror and go, God, I look old. And then I immediately forget. I just don't care. I really don't. Like right now I need a haircut. And every time I look in the mirror, it's like, God damn, I need to get that cut. And then I walk away from the mirror and my hair just gets longer. I've been doing that for more than a month now. That's how much I care about what it looks like. The only time I care about how I look is if I'm going out with Lady Monkey, because I don't want people to think she's dating a homeless man.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I got it cut last week because I was on Weibo's stream, and after we got off the stream, you know, I'm looking at my my reflection basically when the camera's looking back at me, and I looked like the guy that lives under the bridge over by the highway near my house. That he lives off of the diet of like whatever he can whatever he can buy with the cans he recycles. So yeah,
naturally my hair is really curly. And so like when it starts to get long, it bushes out. And my real name is Frank. I don't know how many of you know that. I've mentioned on stream before. I call it my Frank fro. Say that my head has muffin top because that's kind of what it looks like. But yeah, I used to have bosses that they'd be like, you need to cut your hair. And as soon as they said that, I would purposefully wait a month to cut it just to piss them off. Because there was it wasn't the military, so there was no dress code. It was just, you should probably get your hair cut. Like, you should probably go fuck yourself. And I'd tell him, like, every time you tell me that, I'm going to wait. And one time, I finally did it because I look like an extra from Welcome Back, Kotter, for those of you who know that show.
Of course.
Yeah, it gets bad, but again, I don't think about it most of the time unless I see it, and then I care for 10 seconds.
I remember Welcome Back, Kotter.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I do remember that song just sticks in your head.
Yeah. Well, my aunt lives over in Greenpoint, so I might actually. She's going to be out here probably in the next week or two. She might come out for Memorial Day. So you know what it is. I'm not saying this because I'm not patriotic. I mean, you've seen all the flags and shit. You know, I'm down for the country. But we have the air show over here, and they fly around the Statue of Liberty. Now, this is the thing. For whatever reason, I just, because I guess God doesn't like me. You know, when they go and they make a turn in one of those planes and they go back towards, you know, like they shoot past the Statue of Liberty, they turn around and go back, and then they, you know, they do a loop.
Mm-hmm.
Where they turn the loop is directly over my house.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's going to come out for the air show. I fucking hate this air show because I was out here, and like my neighborhood is Lindenhurst, and what it was, the captain of the Angels is from Lindenhurst High School. This fucking guy, he decided he was going to drop it down. Him and the whole crew. They were about maybe less than 100 feet off the deck. I could read their names on the canopy. You know, like so they're all waving at me. I'm standing out there flipping them off.
Yeah.
Like, you know what it was, because they may he rest in peace. It was right before the old man had passed. They were going over the house, and they're bombing the house like that. They're going past and buzzing it, and you keep hearing wah boom, wah boom. And my father, may he rest in peace, he had 6 bypasses and his aorta operated on, and he was on oxygen. So, I had to call. I called up the airport. I'm like, listen, you want to tell him to keep it at least 100 feet off the deck? I said, he keeps going over the house. I said, the sonic booms are sucking the potted plants right out the pot.
I'm a huge fan of sonic booms, but if I had to live under it, yeah, that would piss me off.
Oh, yeah. Whenever the air show starts, see, I was going to say I could ask you guys to look it up when the New York Air Show starts. I don't need you to look it up because I'm going to wake up to it. So... When this happens, and I'm asking this nicely, really, really super nicely to those 4chan guys and those guys on Reddit. If I go outside and I film these guys flying over the house, could you just do me a favor and not use that information to find out where I live? Antifa will show up here and I'm on your side. That's all I'm saying. I know they did it to Shia, but I think I'm cool with them.
I used to live in San Diego when we were little, and the guys from Miramar used to practice right over our house. The Blue Angels were constantly over our house.
That's really cool.
It was awesome, but they never got that close, and you never heard the sonic booms from them. Sonic booms, that's not cool to do to somebody on a regular basis.
No. I used to live at the Air Force Base in Valdosta, Georgia, and every night I would come home from work and I would hear them burning off the jet fuel.
That'll do it.
No joke. But when the air show came out, people are like, it's free to go. Why? I can just lay on the roof of my car and watch the air show from home.
Yeah, seriously. Like, my wife is constantly, she keeps trying to drag me into the city. She's like, come on, let's go to Manhattan. We'll go down to the pier. We'll go watch it. I go, are you out of your mind? I said, every dink that lives within a 50-mile radius of Manhattan is going to show up there. I said, all of Jersey is going to empty into that fucking island. I said, well, I didn't want to go there that day. I said, it's going to stink. It's going to smell. And, plus I said, we get a better view here. And you know what it is? Monkey, if you want, you could look on my channel. I had put up a video, a couple of them. I filmed it for Irate Prostate because he was talking to me about the airport. And I told him, I said, actually, that airport's in the middle of the town I live in. He said, are you serious? I said, yeah, I go up there all the time to get hot dogs. So I went up and I filmed a few videos for it. But if you look, the Land, Air, Space, and Sea Museum, or whatever it is, that's where they have all of the active planes, like the historical planes, because that's actually where the factory was located that was in the movie Pearl Harbor. Where, in the beginning of the movie, you see them flying in the planes. It says Long Island, New York. Mm-hmm. That's where that was. It was at Republic Airport. So they got all those planes up there. This is also the same airport where Trump keeps his personal planes. And this is basically, it's where the air show takes off from there. So the New York Air Show takes off from the airport in the middle of my neighborhood. The reason I'm saying all this is you can look on the video and check it out. I tell everybody. I'm going to film it. I don't know how good the footage is going to be depending on the weather, but I don't know if I'm going to stream. I don't want to stand outside, shooting a camera in the air. My neighbors are going to think I'm nuts. But I'm saying if I get enough people that are interested, maybe it'll shut my wife up. I'll go down there and I'll, be a cheap bastard and film it at the airport as opposed to the Statue of Liberty.
I miss watching the planes and growing up as a military brat, we were always around it, and now I live by people who've never actually seen a jet in real life.
Wow.
Yeah. I live in the middle of fucking nowhere, man. People join the military to get out of this kind of place. No, it's a true story. It's why my dad did, because this is where he grew up. I do miss it, but I understand what you said, man. The crowds that show up to these things, it's like, Jesus, guys, it's just a plane.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy watching them. I get just as silly as they do when the planes start flying, and they'll do like the passes next to each other where they turn the plane at the last second, and you just know they're going to crash one time, and occasionally they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fucking love air shows. I do.
Well, you'd love this one then. I told her there's no way I'm going into Manhattan, because Manhattan usually will get, for the air show, at least about 1 million people show up on that island.
Sure.
Yeah, easily. And I told her, I said, you're out of your mind. You know what it is? I'm a New Yorker, born and raised. Lived here my whole life. You know, we're from Ozone Park originally. Well, actually, I'm from Ozone Park originally. My father's from Brooklyn. My mother's from the Bronx. Before that, you know, Sicily and Ireland, respectively. But, you know, I've lived here my whole life. And my wife's a Democrat. She's an aristocrat, a liberal, whatever the hell they tag these people nowadays. Her family's one of these elites, you know. These people love to go do this highfalutin shit. They got to be entertained with their bread and their circuses. I don't enjoy it. I worked in the city. To me, that I'm going to where I used to work. I got no enjoyment from Manhattan. I like the outer boroughs, you know, Brooklyn, Brooklyn and Queens. That's it.
I decided that I'm streaming until the cops are gone out of the neighborhood. I've already walked past them twice. I don't need them getting suspicious.
Not a problem. I'm long-winded. Monkey's entertaining. Burnside's full of shit that he can talk about. So we got time to fill the air. Don't worry.
I actually have to get going. I have a stream with Satsu in half an hour, and I haven't seen Lady Monkey all day. So I'm going to go eat and well, I'm going to have official dinner. I ate before we started. I ate my sub from last night that I didn't eat. But I'm going to go sit down with her while she eats and talk to her for a little bit before I do that.
All right. Well, do me a favor. Tell Scribe like that. I'd love to stream with him one night.
Will do. I getting my pen and my Post-its. Hang on a sec.
I mean, he is the one that ended up telling me how to do streaming. And, you know.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, he explained it to me via Twitter.
Hey, like I said, he taught me, so I understand. But yeah, I will let him know. And it was great talking to you guys. I will definitely do this again sometime. And I do want to apologize that it took so long, because we were supposed to do this last weekend?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the one we set up was for Mother's Day, and I have this really bad problem. If you guys ask me to do something, I'll be like, sure, and then I'll find out, oh, that's a holiday. I did that on my birthday.
The first day, the first weekend, I ended up getting invited to go fishing, and I hadn't been fishing in like a year.
Right.
So I had to put that off, and then it was Mother's Day. So
yeah, I love talking and hanging out with people, but if you sneak me up on a holiday, I will eventually tell you at the last minute. Shit, I didn't realize it was a holiday because I have no memory. But thanks for having me, guys, and I'll talk to you all soon.
You got it, Monkey. Be good, brother.
Bye, Monkey. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
So you still hiding out from Popo?
Yeah, they're still down the fucking road.
Sorry there, guys. I was smoking for a little while, and I had the window down. I'm driving on my way to work.
You know, Terra, in today's climate, my free advice for you, if you want to avoid cops, get a whole bunch of rainbow stickers and that sort of shit, and just put them all over the back of your car. Cops
I'm
don't
not
want
in a car. I'm walking.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Just anyway, that the same thing for you, Kelt, and the same thing for you, Burnside. Just cover the back of your car with leftist stickers. Cops do not want to pull them over. They do not like to. Seriously, cops do not like talking to leftists.
I wonder why.
Well, I was going to put on some of these Back the Blue stickers that I got yesterday from the rally I went to.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot. You actually don't get down to any dirty shit, Burnside, so you could probably put all that pro cop shit all over the car. But then again, you're in Chicago. You're taking your life in your hands.
It's fine. You know the safeties I got.
True.
Yeah, I might have to use some of those because my mother got into some stupid shit. The actual reason. Well, are we off air? Or are we on air?
We're on air.
We're still on air.
Okay. Well, let me not get into that story because I'll put it to you this way: we had some embarrassing things happen yesterday, and oh boy, I might have to go. I need a lawyer. I need someone to go knock on this guy's door and go. All right, you have two options, senor asshole. You can either take a court date or a kick to the dick. One of the two. Because yeah, oh boy.
Oh, God bless you.
Yeah, we're still on air because there's 4 cop cars down the road, and I've walked past them twice because I was told to go get Katrina's car and go pick her up, and then when I get down there, the fucking car is gone, and I check my phone, and there's a text saying, "Never mind, she left already."
Don't you love that?
So I had to walk back past in front of the cops. And I'm doing the right. I wanted so badly just to pull my phone out and have it stream us all live what was happening, but I didn't. And
Why, shit, or is it just Katrina being a wigger again?
No, the cops are arresting some black guy.
Of course they are.
Oh God!
It's a day that ends in Y.
This later on?
No, I'm not going to stream about this later on.
No, are we going to be reading about this later on?
I have no fucking clue. I have no clue. Don't care. I thought we'd be reading about the masturbating midget, but we never did.
That's so awesome.
Masturbating midget. That's funny.
So, I just told my friend that because I'm supposed to go down there and help her son with his science project. I just texted her saying, I'm waiting for the cops to leave. I walked past them twice already. As soon as they're gone, I'll head down.
Oh crap! I forgot to grab my coffee. Son of a bitch. Fuck! I'm gonna have to stop at a gas station. Damn it!
You forgot to grab your cock? What? I thought that was attached.
Coffee.
I was gonna say, don't tell me you're missing parts. I have a picture that says otherwise.
No, I forgot to grab my coffee canister for work. I'm out of coffee at work. So
you just made me think of that old King Missile song.
I don't know what he's doing, Six. I have no clue. I'm not finding out.
Who, me?
No, Six is wondering what the guy being arrested is doing.
Oh. Hey, Six. Ask Six if he thought Burnside was talking about that old King Missile song, Detachable Penis.
Oh, God. That was my uncle's favorite song.
Holy shit.
That was his favorite song. He'd play that all the time to fuck with her. And he's like, woman, I'm going out with the guys to have a couple of beers. I'm not doing anything nefarious, but if you want, I will leave my dick here with you. But I'm going to need it back because at some time at the night, I'm going to have to pee. And as soon as he'd start bantering at him and shit, he'd play that song. Just to fuck with her.
Nice. That's a pretty decent, well, I don't know how decent I would call it. It's a nice looking neighborhood, St. Mark's Place. Holy shit, are they weirdos. I wanted to move there at one point because, I wanted to, my family has this thing about holding on to the house because it's the first house we've had since we came to this country,
Yeah.
And it has, sentimental value, that sort of thing. And me personally, it's not that I don't care. It's just I wanted my own place. I always wanted to get, a studio up over in St. Mark's Place. Looking back on it, I'm kind of glad I didn't. Because now that Trump is in the office, they'd probably kill me. Because that's basically where the LGBT alphabet soup with a couple of hashtags and stars and rainbows and shit thrown in, that all started over there. So,
for fuck. You serious?
Yeah, that's where it started.
Literally the quad-gender trans-dimensional brony Lord Haven, or Hive.
Yeah, think of it as San Francisco East.
Oh, fuck that. Kill it with fire. Lots and lots of fire.
Yeah, you know when they talk about the village, when they're talking about New York?
I think so.
This is the heart of the village. They're really talking about Greenwich Village, but
Yeah.
St. Mark's, that area down there, we're talking about like, you know, the center, basically, the lower center area. The village is off to the side. It's not part of the grid. That's why they call it the village. It's the old city. St. Mark's is in the center of that.
Ah.
It is beautiful, but I'd be the only straight person for miles.
Oh, God.
But again, that doesn't bother me. You know, because one, I'm a married man, so that means every woman I see is off the table, so I'm content. You know? I don't have to sit there and like look around and be like, you know, have any like doubts or conflicting thoughts or anything of that nature. Like, okay, there's no shot with that one. I don't got to stress it. Oh no, there's no shot. Like, there's something like it's a thing with married men. For whatever reason, there's like an anxiety around women. It's like it's a back of the head anxiety. But when you're around lesbians, it's not there. I don't know what it is. It's a phenomenon.
Yeah, I get that too. Like that's part of the reason I get along. I think Chaos Steve and I get along so well because you know, I kind of have like the same type of feeling because yeah, my dyke sister figure, you know, her and basically all of the very
Oh my fucking god.
you know, have beer and, you know, talk about tits and asses and shit like that without feeling weird. Awesome, you know.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, Six.
Hey, Six. It's Miguel Jose Delgado.
I think he's still having audio trouble. Six, you with us?
I'll be back in a second.
I don't know for how long though, because it is thunderstorming out there. I don't know if you can hear the thunder just
Probably the
yet,
next 6 minutes.
but it's I could lose power anytime. So it's like,
well, baby brother, you can masturbate happily tonight. You got to stream with Ranting Monkey.
No.
All right.
Is that on your bucket list there?
I just yanked out my headphones.
Hi, Patches.
All right, Patches. Get off of Daddy, please.
The wagging
You're on my
tail.
throat. I just came in to grab something. Get off. Okay. Ugh. It's like getting mugged.
Okay, you probably heard that.
Thank you, my love. We're on air. Say hello to the millions of people watching.
Hello, millions of people.
All right, don't say hello again, please. What the hell is all this nastiness over here?
Lightning bolt just exploded over my apartment building.
What do you want? Oh, okay. Netflix? Oh, Hulu. Cool. I want to finish watching Extreme Ghostbusters later.
Wow.
Yeah! Don't worry, I'll give you a Hershey bar. It'll all be good. Love you. You are the sunshine of my life.
So I don't know, Scooby, did you hear that?
Did I hear what?
The explosion over my apartment building.
No, didn't hear it.
No, I didn't. I missed you. Patches was mugging me.
Huh.
I actually went into the room really quick to grab something for Kel.
All right, show him really quick because I've got to kill the stream. I gotta go help with this.
Sure. No, I got something to show you there, Kel. It's your sister's favorite hat.
Oh fuck! Yeah, one of the ashtrays I'm gonna have while I'm in DC.
Yeah, you know he's fixing the country. Come on now. And you love it. Your little brother has sense. He knows. Tell her, Kel. Come on, tell your sister.
We're not in war with Russia yet.
We're not gonna be either. Believe me.
That's because Putin's bending over for Trump and vice versa.
Oh, he's not bending over for Putin. Come on now, don't be mean.
Better than war with Russia.
Yeah, and I got friends over in Brighton Beach, and they tell me all the time, Scooby, it's ridiculous. There is nothing happening with Vladimir Putin and Mr. Trump. Do not worry. Those media, they lie to you constantly. I go, okay, cool.
All right. Well, I know 6 just came in, and I hate to do this to you, dude, but I got to close down the stream because I got to go help a kid with his science project. The cops, I guess, are dispersing.
Okay. So what they're arresting Derek?
Some black guy.
Yeah, Derek. You don't know who that is, do you?
No, I don't, and I don't care. It's just
I know it is. It's a
You've never heard of some black guy. He's a content creator.
No.
he's got hundreds of thousands of subs. Come on.
Okay, how's this? We'll go with some ghetto guy.
Okay.
Some poor man.
You've never seen some black guy, but I gotta throw you some black guy videos.
All right. Okay. Thank you, chat, for joining me for this special stream that I decided to do with Ranting Monkey. I would like to continue further, but I did make a promise to help this kid with the science project, and now I get to punish him because he had it for 2 weeks already and didn't tell no one. So now I'm gonna go make him write a lot of stuff multiple times.
Well, that's good. You should do that, because if you make him do that, you'll make writing great again.
Fuck you. Hey, anyone hungry for some cookie dough?
You're evil, woman. That's a low blow.
I love you, Scooby. I love you, baby brother. Love you, 6. And if Burnside could hear me, he'd know it.
He loves right. You too, but he's busy wrestling the trans-dimensional quad-gendered brony lords in the basement.
Yep. All right. Burnside, we're closing up the stream. There's no shilling. I'm not worried about that. So I love you. I'll message you on Discord.
All righty.
All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye, chat.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Later, chat. Talk to you later.